thing in sports betting is having a process and data that you can trust. That's what we provide for you daily, automatically at Probably, where we track the top sportsbooks around the world. Sportsbooks taking $50,000 bets, $100,000 bets. Sportsbooks have the best data because they're getting the best bettors, placing the most money. That allows you to price bets at legal U.S. sportsbooks and find advantages. Of course, we do that for you every day. Some good results in the top 5. The rest of the card, the home runs in particular, did not go well yesterday. Let's keep it rolling for today. Let's get back on track. Your top 10 MLB bets for today, Thursday, May 16th. And it starts off with the man, the thumbnail, Christian Javier, under 14.5 outs. According to the top sportsbooks around the world, this one's got a 43% probability of going under 14.5 outs today. Best bet right now is at plus 146 odds. You combine that with the probability, you yourself a 6.7 probability score for Christian Javier under 14.5 outs. Another Christian Javier bet. Christian Javier over 2.5 earned runs. So we're saying here he's exiting early. He's given up a lot of runs here, a good amount of runs, and whatever stint he's going to be pitching. So this bet does correlate. Christian Javier over 2.5 earned runs, a 43% probability once again. So not quite a coin toss. We are getting plus money on it. So 43% probability, plus 139 odds, and a 2.2 probability score. So this bet wins you 2.2% more money than it would lose you over the course of time. So what our probability score is, basic EV calculation. And Christian Javier over 2.5 earned runs is the bet here, plus 139 odds. All right, so this is a little bit confusing. We're pulling in some different labeling for the markets today. The yes on a no-run first inning means no, which is stupid. It means that there is no runs. So yes to the fact there's no runs in the first inning. We're just getting this from the sportsbook. Seems like there's something changed in the API. So that's why it's gotten a little bit weird in terms of labeling. But I do want to explain it so we clarify. So no run first inning, Phillies Mets. 55% chance of there being no runs in the first inning of Phillies Mets. As you can see here, Mr. Met and Mrs. Met too busy blowing their horns to care about the fact there's going to be no runs in this game. But minus 115 odds for this one, 3.7 probability score for no runs in Phillies Mets. Same thing here. Okay, so this one doesn't correlate perfectly with our bet for Christian Javier, but it is a 50% bet at plus 100 odds. That's like the sportsbook not charging you vig for this bet. So we'll add it to the card. Astros A's, no runs in the first inning. Yes to no runs in the first. I apologize here for the confusing labeling, but if you open the app, you'd get it, I think. But really, like the sportsbook app, rather. 52% probability of no runs in the first inning of Astros Athletics. Best bet's at plus 100 odds. You combine the probability, get yourself a 3.1 probability score for no runs, Astros A's. All right, let's see Phillies Mets again. All right, we got Phillies over 4.5 in Phillies Mets, so they don't get a run in the first inning. They then take it out at Mr. and Mrs. Met because they don't care about the game because they're too busy blowing saxophones and trumpets, I suppose. All right, Phillies over 4.5 runs. 49% probability of the Phillies scoring over 4.5 runs today, according to those top sportsbooks around the world. The best bet's at plus 115 odds. You combine that with the probability, get yourself a 4.9 probability score for Phillies over 4.5 total runs. All right, so this one correlates as well. Obviously, going to be a little bit of a tougher needle to thread. So if you did want to take this with the Nerfy for Phillies Mets, I would get it. But Phillies over 2.5 in the first half. So we're basically just saying no runs in the first inning. Then they start to put it up a little bit more after that. So Phillies over 2.5 in the first half. 46% probability of this one hitting today. Best bet's at plus 125 odds. You combine that with the probability, get yourself a 4.3 probability score for Phillies over 2.5 in the first half. If the Philly fanatic and Gritty grinding together don't do it for you, I don't know what will. If this doesn't put you over the top for this bet, quite frankly, what even could? Cooper Criswell, what a name, under 3.5 strikeouts, 46% probability for Cooper Criswell to throw under 3.5 strikeouts today. Best bet's at plus 128 odds. You combine that with the probability, get yourself a 3.8 probability score for Cooper Criswell to throw under 3.5 strikeouts in Red Sox Rays. All right, so here you go. See, this is how it should be labeled. So FanDuel has it labeled correctly. The other sportsbooks have it changed into a weird one, but under 0.5 first inning total runs. There you go. That's how it should be labeled. So that's the Nerfy. We got this Christian Javier bets already. All right, we got Twins, Yankees. This one's coming up a little bit earlier, so if you're going to place this bet, make sure to place it basically when you watch the video. Twins, Yankees under 8.5. You should be placing all these bets when you watch the video, I guess, theoretically. But in particular, the early game ones, got to make sure to hit those. Twins, Yankees under 8.5 total runs. 54% chance this game scores under 8.5 runs today. Best bet's at minus 110 odds. Combine that with the probability, get yourself a 2.6 probability score for under 8.5 runs, Twins, Yankees. Worth pointing out here, I do always point out the 50% probability plus money. This one being 54% probability, minus 110 odds. And normally minus 110 is going to be on your 50% probability. So you're actually getting a little bit of favorability thrown your way on the probability of the bet, because normally you'd be at 50%. Clark Schmidt under 5.5 strikeouts, 47% probability of Clark Schmidt going under 5.5 strikeouts today. That sets at plus 120. Combine that with the probability, get yourself a 4.1 probability score for Clark Schmidt under 5.5 strikeouts today in Twins Yankees. All right, we're back to some Nerfies again. Let's see if we can get a few home run bets today. It's not a lot of games, so we might not find the biggest roster of home run bets to want to take, but I always like adding in a few. Even when we get shelled on one day, when you have the day before last, Luke Raley hits one. He makes up for most of the card. Those are kind of the fun parts of home runs. But again, there's going to be some bleeding sometimes with home runs. Jared Triolo over 0.5 home runs, a 13% probability of him hitting one today. That sets at plus 775 odds, though. So combine that with the probability, get yourself a 17.9 probability score for Jared Triolo to hit a home run today in Cubs Pirates. Phillies Mets over 11.5. All right, this is a longer shot derivative here. So we have the over on the Phillies. We still have the Nerfy, so we're hoping for a scoreless first inning and the runs to pile up after that. Phillies Mets over 11.5 total runs, 23% probability of this one hitting today. That sets at plus 340 odds. If you combine that with the probability, you get yourself a 2.6 probability score for Phillies Mets over 11.5 total runs. We got Ceddanne Rafael, who's actually, I think, hit 2 home runs for us this year. So why not? Ceddanne Rafael over 0.5 home runs, a 9% probability of him hitting one today. Best sets at plus 1,000 odds. You combine that with the probability, get yourself a 3.5 probability score for Ceddanne Rafaela over 0.5 home runs. This one we haven't hit anything from Dodgers Reds. Dodgers Reds under 6. So going the opposite side here, going for the low total. 31% probability of under 6 runs in Dodgers Reds. That sets at plus 240 odds. Combine with the probability, get yourself a 3.8 probability score. And it is in Dodger Stadium as opposed to the Reds one. So the ballpark does allow some home runs to fly out. Dodger Stadium hopefully keeps them in. And we already hit a derivative on this one. All right, last one here. Max Schumann to hit a home run today. 12% probability of Max Schumann to hit one out. That sets at plus 800 odds. If you combine that with the probability, you'll get yourself a 5.5 probability score. Of course, there are more bets going on all day long. Of course, basketball, that's going on, NBA playoffs, WNBA odds as well. We have that. We don't have prop markets for that because there aren't credible, basically, there aren't big books out there. The high dollar books are not doing prop bets for WNBA because it's not really an efficient market. DraftKings doing them, though. So we do have the main markets, though. We have the money lines, the spreads, all that. Check that out, too. Of course, soccer, tennis, NHL, Stanley Cup playoffs I should put above a lot of these other ones. But every sport, we use the same process here. It's just about identifying plus EV bets based upon the mathematical profitabilities, based upon what the top sports were saying. So check it out for yourself. And I forgot to pander earlier, but guys, hit that like button and subscribe. Every like and subscribe helps out a bunch here because we're coming down here to an important time with Probably where we need to start making some strides moving forward here, hopefully getting some more customers in. And always your support matters a lot for that. So go. 7-day free trial Probably in the pinned comments down below. You can also go to probably.com/subscribe, get half off your first month with promo code FIRST. So talk about all this data for all these sports for under $10 for your first month. All these data for all of these sports for under $100 for your first year if you want to go that route. So that's a really good deal to take advantage of. Probably.com/subscribe, promo code FIRST. I'll be back tomorrow with more, guys. So, hey, enjoy your days. Short game of MLB slate tonight. So hopefully this one goes well for us. But good luck. See you soon. Bye-bye.